Right, let's do some yoga. Start off just by shaking away the week into your elbows, into your shoulders, and then bring it up into a stretch. Really working your shoulders as well. And then gradually coming down, bend your knees, looking after your back. Coming up, and then coming down. And just gently getting your body moving. Then we're going to come around in a circle, so bend your knees. Just coming round. Nice, gentle. Let's go the other way. Excellent. And then pick up your shoulder, just rolling it around, so isolating the joint. Nice big movement. Keeping your elbows sort of in so that you just work the shoulder. And then we're going to bring it forward. So just coming forward. And then to let go some tension, especially deep in your body, just breathing in. And making a noise really helps to release your solar plexus. And again, one more. Excellent. Give yourself a pat on the back, just opening the chest, working your shoulders. Excellent. And then standing with your feet slightly wider apart, just a slow circle, just to wake up your hips. Warm them up and get them moving. Make it big. And then we'll go back the other way. Excellent. Then moving your feet, just let your back twist just as much as it wants to. So just a nice free movement, but do move your feet. That way your back is not under any stress. And then we're going to take the movement into a sideways. So just let your arms be like a pendulum, nice and relaxed. Lovely. And then coming back to the center, have your feet quite wide and make sure your knees are directly over your feet. And we're just going to take a lovely, nice deep breath in and a slow, long breath out. The out breath is much longer than the in breath. And then again. And again. And let's do one more. Excellent. Bring your feet slightly closer together. Back of your palms together. You're going to draw the energy up through the midline as you breathe in. And then slow breath out. So drawing the energy up from the earth through the chakras. And then filling your aura with that lovely energy. Do one more. Now we're going to move into our shoulders, working the lung meridian, good for the heart and lungs. So bend your hands together, hollow through your tummy, drop your head, bend your knees. And then a lovely opening as you breathe in. So this is the out breath. This is the in breath. So find your own timing. But lovely for opening the chest, strengthening the lungs. Let's do one more. Excellent. Bring your feet quite close, about 2 inches apart, hands on your knees, and just circling your knees. Don't worry if there's noises, as long as there's no pain. And then back the other way. Excellent. Take your feet more like hip width apart. And we're going to do this lovely Qi Gong sequence. So bend your knees, arch through your back as you breathe in. As you breathe out, push through your feet. Surround yourself in a beautiful healing white light. Gather up the energy from the earth. And then imagine you pouring it down through your chakras, through your meridians, through what we call your subtle energy body. And we're going to bend again. Make sure you work your back. Breathing in. Make this strong. Surround yourself in a beautiful white light, healing light. Gather up that energy from the earth. This time imagine it's pouring down through your physical body. So it's going into joints and bones, especially into any inflammation or anywhere that's sore. One more. So breathing in and breathing out. Surround yourself in that beautiful white light. Gather up the energy from the earth. And this time turn your hands and fill your aura with that energy. Wonderful. Bring your feet closer, 2 inches. We're going to do some swimming dragons. Okay, working our core, freeing up our back, getting the energy flowing and our blood flowing. So your hands go one way and your hips go the other way. And you'll feel your weight move from the inside to the outside of your feet. So you want to get the spiral movement going through your spine, through your whole body, and it acts like a wave. So once you've got the movement, you can get that movement to flow. Bend your knees slightly, just to protect your back. And then we're going to take the movement up into the upper spine. Still moving in your feet, still got that spiral movement going. And then you're going to slowly come down, working through the whole spine. So you bend your knees and you feel a bit like you're skiing, but excuse me, your hips are still moving. And then slowly coming up. And we'll come up to chest height. And we're just going to hold that stretch, stretching across the top of your hip into your waist, through the ribs. So we're going to take this a little bit further. So this is also swimming dragon, but we're going to strengthen our core. So stretching up, you're going to come down as far as you go and then turn to the side. Keep breathing. If you need more support, rest your hand on your knee. Then come back to the center. Then push through your feet, knees, arms, fingers. So you come all the way down, then to the side. Back to the center, pushing through your feet. And we'll do one more on each side. So you'll feel it working your stomach muscles. Really good for the joints, for increasing the force through the joints and therefore their strength. And coming up. Lovely. So we're going to do this Tai Chi arm movement. So the idea is to focus mindfully on your hand and let the movement flow of itself. Keep the focus on your hand and it will completely free up your whole shoulder joint and shoulder girdle. So start with your hand facing up, bring it across, bring it back, turn palm up, pull in your lower stomach muscles to support your back. And then you bring your hand round, you have a cup of tea in your hand, twist your wrist, take it behind, then try and keep that hand flat so you don't spill the tea. Then we're going to do that again. You bring it through, focus on your hand, let the movement flow. Let's do one more. Coordinating the whole body. Give that arm a good shake, right up into your shoulder. Okay, let's do the other one. So palm flat, bring it across. Turn it up, focus on your hands. Pull in those support muscles if you need to for your back. Take it through. Work in your comfort zone, listening to your body. So bring it through. Let's do one more. Lovely. Give that arm a good shake. Now give your legs a shake. Bending your knee. Okay, that energy blocks at the back of the knee. So you want to shake your foot off the end and actually kick out your knee. Just helps the energy to flow through the meridians in the legs. Excellent. Bounce your shoulders, make sure they're free. And then just gently check your neck is free. And then just place your hands on your chest. Keep your legs where they are and just gently side to side, freeing up the mid-spine. Freeing up the energy around your core here. Lovely. Okay, we're going to warm up our spine and our hamstrings. So turn sideways on. You have one foot forward and that foot stays where it is, so it doesn't move. Step forward with the other one and stretch through your spine, tall as you can be. And then step back, come down into a forward bend. Pull this foot towards you and take your arms behind you. And we're going to repeat that. So step forward, stretching through your spine, and then coming down. Hold it a little bit longer. And this is acting like a pump for the spinal fluid. It's also shifting the energy up through the spine. So just do it gently. We'll hold this one a bit longer and twist your wrists. So give them a real twist to release your upper back. And then coming up slowly, we're going to swap feet. To keep this one still, step forward, this time open through your chest a bit more. Stepping back, come down, pull this foot towards you and take your arms behind you, a little bit wider with your arms. Just so we release that upper back, open through your chest. And again, coming down, pull your foot towards you, take your arms behind. And we'll do one more on this side. Coming down, we'll hold it a bit longer and just give a twist to your wrist. Excellent. Coming up, have a drink if you've got a drink. Just keeping your body hydrated through the class. So we're going to go into stretching some muscles now before we do our yoga postures. So we'll start with the calf muscles. So you want both feet facing forward in the same direction. And it's important to check the alignment of your back heel. So you don't want an angle. You want it as parallel as you can so that your hips are not twisted. Bent knee at the front, back leg is straight. Pushing that back heel down till you feel a good stretch in the back calf behind the knee. Then we're going to stretch the deeper calf muscle. So bring that back foot in, stand on your back foot and bend your knee. Your knee follows your foot, pushing down through your heel and through your Achilles tendon. There's not a real weight on the other foot. In fact, you can lift it if you want a balance for the receptors and the leg you're standing on. Okay, let's do the first stretch on the other side. So check that alignment. If you're wobbly, take your feet slightly wider apart. but pushing that back heel down till you can feel a nice stretch in the back calf muscle. And then bring your back foot in, bend your knee, pushing all your weight down through your Achilles tendon. No real weight on this front leg, you can lift it if you want to, while you push down. Or just balance it on the floor. Lovely. Now I want to stretch the front of the quads up into the hips. So find somewhere to hold on to. You're going to hold on to your foot or your ankle, or you can just hold on to your leggings, tracksuit bottoms. But the key is that your knee and your thigh are next to the other one. So they're not forward, they're not back, they're not out here. You've got them tucked in. Shoulders open, ribs are lifted. Now that may be enough to stretch your quads. If you want some more, pull that heel back away from your buttock without pulling the whole leg back. And then push this hip bone forward. You just feel a tiny movement, just takes it up into the front of the hip. Lovely, let's do the other side. So again, check your alignment, shoulders back, ribs lifted, knees next to each other. That might be enough. If you want more, pull your heel away from your buttock, pushing your hip bone forward. Excellent. Give your body a good shake. We're going to come into a forward bend. Take it very quietly if you've had any recent back problems. Okay. Maybe don't come down as far, or go and use a bench, a windowsill, a chair, just to give yourself some support. So have your feet reasonably wide apart. You're lifting through the crown of your head, so as if there's a string lifting through your spine. Your chin is up to keep that lift. Then I bend from my hips. I'm going to come down slowly. Just resting at this flat back position. And then gradually coming down, letting your hamstrings stretch. If you need to bend your knees slightly, do. Wriggle your hips from side to side just to make sure they're free. And then it's important that your upper body relaxes as much as you can. So just give your head and neck a shake. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows. And just breathe into the back of your ribs. Just breathing into any tension that's there. And the forward bend is very much a posture of surrender. It's a posture of acceptance. We're just accepting the tension that's there. But we're also giving our body permission to release. Now gently move from your left foot to your right foot. And you'll feel those hamstring muscles in the back of your legs. Now we're going to come down onto the floor. If you need to sit on a cushion or a block just under your tailbone, for these ones you can. Make sure you can still see me. So start with your feet comfortably apart. And you want your feet facing upward. Don't let them collapse. Okay. And I lift up out of the base of my spine. So sort of lift my weight and then lift right through to my chin. Now it's about chest height. You're going to start with just a very gentle circle. I'm just starting quietly. Just moving, you'll feel it deep in your hip. If you maybe into your lower back. And as you feel your hips and your body warming up, you can make that circle a bit bigger if you want to. Come forward a wee bit more. But don't let your feet collapse down. Keep them facing the ceiling. And let's do one more. Give it your best circle. And then we're going to go the other way. So again, start small. So we're working all the muscles in and around the hip joint here. The tendons, the ligaments. Keeping lots of good blood flow. Keeping them all flexible. So as you warm up, you can gradually make that circle bigger. And then give it your best circle this way. Lovely. Now sitting cross-legged. If you've got a sore leg, you can have one straight, you can have a loose cross, or you can have a tight cross, whichever suits your knees. But it's important that you lift up through the base of your spine. So you've got this upward direction. Your chin's up, opposite hands on your knees. So I'm stretching through my lower back, through my mid back, through my upper back, as far down as I go today. And then you just relax your head, relax your shoulders. And depending where your body is tight, you may feel it in your hips, in your inside thigh, into your lower back, maybe even up into your mid back. And I just want you, with your mind, I want you to go into wherever the tension is and give your body permission to release that tension. So instead of avoiding the tight feeling, we're actually taking our mind into the tight feeling and we're embracing it. And you will find that your body will release some of that tightness. And then coming up slowly. It's a beautiful shiatsu exercise, this one. And it really helps to balance your metabolic rate. So that's how your body uses food for energy. Okay, so it will increase your energy when that balance is just right. So again, lifting up, opposite hand on your knee, chin up, stretch through your lower back, through your mid back, through your upper back. And then relax your head, relax your shoulders. And just breathe. Just letting the tension, as if it's just flying off your back like dust. Just let it go. This is a very deep stretch. But there's a real connection between our mind and our body in this one. So if you can let your body know it's safe, your body will release that tension. And then coming up slowly. Lovely. Sitting with the soles of your feet together. You're going to pull your heels in, lift through your chest. So I've got this upward movement through my spine, and then a downward movement with my knees. So I'm not collapsed like this. I'm stretched upward through my mid back, but I'm pushing my knees down just as far as they will go. And this helps to stretch your liver meridian, which runs sort of down the inside of your thigh, right down your feet. And your liver meridian gets very aggravated. Too much heat, too much sugar, too much alcohol, stress, anger, frustration, feeling overwhelmed and too busy. These are all things that set the liver meridian off. So you can see that we need to calm it down. And by stretching that meridian, we're helping to release any blockages so that that gives us the resilience to cope with those situations. And you notice I've been talking a while so that you've been holding that a bit longer. So just release. Brilliant. Stretch your legs out in front. So point your toes down, pull your heels back, just working your ankles, getting that lymph flowing, getting the energy flowing. And then do the same thing with your feet, as if you're doing this with your feet. Just strengthening the arch, the muscles around the arch of the foot. Because if your foot is working well, and you're getting good shock absorption through your feet, That protects your knees, your hips, and your back. So we want to keep our feet healthy. Okay, we're going to do a flowing forward bend. We're going to do it slowly, 3 times, breathing through the nose if you can. So a nice breath in, and then a much longer breath out until there's no breath left. Okay, let's do 3 in your own timing. Breathe in. And breathe out. And just breathe in again when you're ready. There might be a pause. Stretch through your spine, coming forward. Let's do one more. Excellent. And coming up. Take your right foot, place on the outside of your left knee. If you want to keep your left leg straight, you can, or you can tuck it under. But the key to it being safe for your back is to pull this right knee towards you, so you're hugging your knee. Lift through your spine. Place your right hand down close to your body. You're going to breathe in, lift. Breathe out, turn to the right, pulling this knee across until you can feel a twist in your spine. You can feel a twist in your lower back. You can feel it stretching muscles deep in the buttock and right through the outside of your thigh. And you're in charge of how much you twist. So especially works on releasing the large intestine meridian, which is very much about releasing what you don't need, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally. And it also works the gallbladder meridian, which gets aggravated whenever we've got sort of gall, frustration, which this time of year can be very prevalent. And coming back round to the front, we're going to do the other side. So untangle your legs. You want your left foot on the outside of your right knee. You can tuck your right leg under if you want to. But pull this left knee close. Lift through your spine. Place your hand down close so you hold that lift. Breathe in, nice lift. Breathe out, turn to the left. Pull your knee across until you have as much of a twist as you're comfortable with. So when we turn this way, we're really working the spleen. And the spleen is involved in producing our white blood cells. So very involved in our immune system. It's also involved in taking in the subtle energy into the body, so the prana into the body. So we want to keep our spleen healthy. When we went to the right a few minutes ago, we were working the liver. Liver is where we associate the liver in yoga with anger, with feeling out of balance. So that helps to support. The liver's got so many roles in the body, but a major role in detox. And both sides works the kidneys that are working to detox and purify your body. So it's a very important posture, this one. Coming back round to the front, untangle your legs. Emotionally helps you to be flexible and adaptable to change, which is what we need. Okay. Have your legs either straight or bent, I don't mind, but you want to keep your buttocks on the floor. And you're going to just take your palm directly over your ear, stretching right through to your middle finger. So you can feel the stretch through the side of your body. Good for your lymph flow, good for your immune system. Just releasing that tension in and around the ribs. And then come up slowly. And then we're going to do it the other way. Just breathing. And then coming up, clasp your hands, turn them around, take them over your head, relax your shoulders, and then bring your arms down very wide, very slowly, so you can feel your shoulder blades pulling together. And then you're just going to pull them as far down your back as you can get them. At the same time, your head and neck are going upwards. So you're really releasing shoulder blades. And then clasp your hands behind your back, pull your shoulders back, so you're sort of resetting that new position of your shoulder blades. Lift your chin. Turn your head over one shoulder. Gently back to the center, over the other shoulder. Coming back to the center and release. Just circling the shoulders. Sitting on your hands, lift through your spine. You're going to turn your head to about 45 degrees and very slowly drop your chin. You'll feel the stretch in the muscle behind the back of the head that goes down to your shoulder blade. And then come up slowly. Back to the center, turn your head to 45 degrees, slowly dropping. If you hear clicking, that's fine, as long as there's no pain. This can be your body realigning things. And coming up, back to the center. Now you're going to drop your ear to your shoulder, but pull on the opposite arm. And you'll feel the muscles at the side of your neck. Then coming up slowly, but always very gentle with the neck. And the other way. Giving a really good stretch. And back up. Just make sure your shoulders are okay, neck is free. Come back up onto your feet, grab a drink, and we're just going to do some gentle energy block release movements to open the heart, let go of any negative energy, and then we'll do some yoga postures. So coming up, have yourself a drink. Okay. So I'm just thinking, I think I'm going to change things slightly. So take your feet, good wide stance, and your knees are going to go directly over your toes. You make the Brahma mudra, so those three fingers under your thumb pointing your index finger. Then you're going to cross your arms as you're taking in breath and release as you breathe out. And then we cross a different hand in front. So breathe in and breathe out. We're opening the heart chakra. Okay, this opens, gets all the channels going in the body and helps you with vitality. So a really good one to do first thing in the morning, especially if you're a bit sluggish in the morning. Let's do one more. Lovely. Now bring your feet about 2 inches apart, reasonably close. Just make this praying hands position. Now if you've got high or low blood pressure, keep your hands low. Just take them to there. Otherwise we're going to go from here up. But I want you to open into what's called the lotus mudra. So it looks like that. Wrists together, thumbs and fingers together, opening those fingers. So start with your hands in a praying hands position, either here or here. As you bend your knees, you raise your arms and open to that lotus. And we're just holding that, breathing gently with a focus in the center of your chest. And just find the stillness there for a moment. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And one more. Breathe out. Lovely. Then bring your hands down. Take your feet wider again. Now you know this one, breath of the heart and the heart of breath. So you breathe out what you don't need. Breathe in what you need. Right, specific for this moment. Make the breath slow and deep. Letting go what you don't need, bringing in more of what you do need. Let's do one more. Excellent, bring your arms down. Bring your feet closer together. You're going to turn one foot to 90 degrees. Okay. Lift through your spine, relax through your shoulders. Arms are up, but they're very relaxed. I'm going to turn my hip toward that foot and then twisting all the way round till my back heel is lifted and I'm resting on my toe. Do you feel a twist through your spine? It's really good for your kidneys and adrenal glands. If you feel a bit wobbly, pull your lower stomach muscles in or bring your feet slightly closer. And then slowly coming back round to the front, turn that foot last. That looks after your knee. Let's do the other side. So slow hips, ribs, shoulders, all the way around and gently breathing. So good for your kidneys. And coming back round. Turn your foot. This time, when we're in the full stretch, if you want to, if it's okay for your lower back, we're going to open. So palms are up, arms are open. If that pinches in your lower back, just do it like this with your elbows in. So start here. In fact, start with your hands here. Turn your foot. You're going to twist around. Now you can stay there. You can try opening with your palms out or draw your elbows in if that's what you need to do. It's a real open-hearted posture. And then draw your elbows in, place your hands back on your chest and coming back round. Turn that foot last. Let's do it again. So turn that foot, just twisting with your spine. And then if you want to, you can open up. And then draw your elbows in, hands to your chest, and coming back round. Turn your foot. Lovely. Opening. So I'm keeping my elbows soft, but I'm working this shoulder joint all the way over, all the way open. So I'm really getting rid of the tension that sits on top of my shoulders. Opening the heart chakra from the front and from the back. And then we're going to go into this movement where we twist one hand behind and we look into the other palm. We come through the center and open through your chest and then twist the other way. So it's sort of like wringing out a tea towel, twisting slowly through the center from one side to the other. And if one side's tighter than the other, spend a bit longer. But you'll start to really feel that tension. If you carry tension up here, you'll feel it just before it releases. And then give your arms and shoulders a good shake. Excellent. Okay, have another drink, and we're going to do, I want to do Tadasana, the mountain posture with some deep yogic breathing. And then we'll do a few warriors. So Tadasana is all about alignment. So not only does it put your body into a perfect posture for you, it aligns all of the chakras so the energy flows. So we start by making sure our feet are hip width apart. So that is hip width. Okay. It's important that your feet are parallel, not turned out, not turned in. Okay. Find a point on the floor in front of you that's not moving. As you come up on your toes, focus on that point, keep looking at it, and then stretch your arms up so you're pulling your ribs out of your hips. Keep looking at that point and you'll feel your ankles strengthening. You'll feel the little receptors for your balance working. And this is going to really help if you're trying to walk in icy, snowy weather. To keep those balance receptors good and healthy. Now lower your heels and then slowly bring your arms down without collapsing through your torso. Now, if you're a person who locks your knees, just loosen your knees off. If you're a person whose chin comes forward, tuck it back. But otherwise, close your eyes and just feel the majesty, the noble quality of a mountain. We hold mountains in awe because of their energy. Okay, so the mountain is deeply grounded in the earth, wide, stable base, attached and connected to what's important. But a mountain has energy that spirals up, like the energy that spirals up through our chakras. And this is why we want to climb to the top. Because we intuitively know that when we get to the top of a mountain, life looks different. We see things from a new perspective, we see in all directions. So when we hold the mountain posture, we are lifting up into the highest expression of who we are, reminding ourselves of just how amazing we are. This is how you let your light shine and build your self-esteem and confidence from the inside outward. Now, with your eyes gently closed, just slowly rock forward and backward. Not too much, and you can open your eyes if you're not comfortable, but you'll become aware of a point under the ball of your foot. It's a chakra that connects you to the earth, and it's your anchor. Now circle around that point, keeping your eyes gently closed if you want to, and then circle back the other way. And so all week, our energy follows our thoughts. So when our thoughts go out into the world in all directions, our energy becomes very scattered. When we do this, we're bringing our energy back into our core. And now come to rest, lightly balanced, evenly balanced on your left and right foot. Now we're going to release tension from the stress response in and around the breathing. So breathe into the top of your shoulders. As you breathe out, let your shoulders come down and your neck releases. Again. Feel like your head and neck are floating up out of the shoulders. Now breathe from the center of your chest, but feel like it's going out across your upper back. Keep breathing up under the shoulder blades, and as you breathe out, they're coming back down your back, but they're settling in a wider position. So again, breathe across your upper back. Feel it open and keep that openness as you breathe out. Now breathe up under your arms. As you breathe out, feel your ribs relax. Tension between your ribs relaxing. We carry a lot of tension here. Try it again. Breathe up under your arms. As you breathe out, let that tension go. Now I want you to breathe into your sternum, here, your breastbone. So just gently. Now take the breath into the space between your sternum and your spine, so deep in your chest. And as you breathe, just feel like you're gently expanding that space. If you've had a cough or a cold, it may set off some coughing, some release. But this is emotional, deeply emotionally held tension in here. So go quietly, just expanding that space with your mind and with the breath. And then slowly start moving down your breastbone, just expanding a space deep inside, like opening a channel. Just go quietly. Now place your hands just gently on the top of your tummy, diaphragm. As you breathe in, you're going to breathe into your hands, down through that channel. Tummy fills with air. As you breathe out, your hands come back towards your body, towards your spine. Just breathe in your own timing, breathe into your hands. Breathe out, your hands come back. And you'll feel your body deeply relaxing. This is breathing in a way that is best for our health, the way we were designed to breathe. Now we're going to relax our mind. So I want your mind to just follow your breath. So watch the breath come in. And then watch the breath slowly leave. And as you follow the breath with your mind, you'll find that it quietens your mind. There's space between your thoughts calm down. If your mind wanders off, just gently bring it back to the breath. Till you feel a deep sense of peace inside. And this connects you to your inner peace, to what I would call your true self or your essence, which is peaceful, loving, kind. We just lose touch with this connection when we get caught up in the world of our mind or the world outside of our body. So this brings us home. It's also where we find our strength, our calm, our clarity, and our courage. Where your hands are now is the center of courage in your body. And you are breathing, igniting the flames of courage there. And now when you feel really calm, I'm going to invite you to open your eyes and just bring yourself back into the room, but stay connected to that deep inner peace. And you'll feel, you might even notice that your senses are different. The world looks slightly different. There's more color, there's more vibrancy. You're seeing the world as it truly is. You've taken off the veil or the glasses that you were seeing the world through. Okay, we're going to do some triangles now, some warriors. Just working on that sort of courage, that fire, that power that resides here, that willpower in our solar plexus. And when we lift it up into the heart and let it go out into the world, we really have the courage to express our authentic self, to let our light shine and to show up as we are, regardless of what anybody else thinks. And this is very liberating and very energizing. Okay, so triangles again are about alignment. So take your feet good 2 hip widths apart. And you're going to turn your right foot to 90 degrees and turn your left foot into 45 degrees. You're going to bend your right knee. Now check, you can see your big toe. Your knee is going over your foot, but you can see that big toe. And then take your right elbow down onto your knee. Now imagine there's a plate of glass in front of you. So hand on your hip. You pull your head back and your shoulder back. And you may need to engage your lower stomach muscles. Now that might be enough for your back for today, in which case stay there. If you want more, you can take your arm up and you can turn your thumb out and take it over your head. Don't bring it forward, make sure it's over. And breathe, 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 breathe. This is called the Bhima. Fantastic posture for your immune system and for developing strength and courage. Lower your arm. Now, I don't want you to pull up with your back. I want you to bend your knee and use the big, strong muscles of your thigh to come up slowly. Then you won't get such a whoosh of energy. Turn your foot to the front. Close the base chakra. We'll do the other side. So we're going to turn our left foot to 90 degrees, our right foot to 45. You're going to bend your left knee, making sure you can still see your big toes, so that's safe for your knee ligaments. Take your left arm down, hand on your hip. Again, that plate of glass, pull in your lower stomach muscles, draw your shoulder back and your head back, so you're in a beautiful alignment. Now, if that's enough for your back today, stay there. If you want more, you can take your arm up, you can turn your thumb out and take your arm over your head. And breathe. Breathing gently. If we get the alignment right, we don't have to hold it for a long time or do lots of repetitions. It's like quality, not quantity. Now lower your arm, bend your knee and push up with your thigh. Coming up slowly, turn your feet to the front. We always close the energy between triangles, or it can really start your head spinning. Have a drink. As we've freed up the spine, we want to get that fluid into your spine. Into those deeper connective tissues. Okay, warrior 1 and warrior 2. So again, take your feet quite wide, turn your right foot to 90 degrees, your left foot to 45 degrees. You're going to bend that right knee again, but this time my hips are more or less facing the front. I lift through my ribs and I have my arms up, but I'm not lifting my shoulders. So the space under my chin, my neck is elongated. Then I'm going to turn toward my right arm and I'm going to focus on my middle finger where there's a little bit of tension. And I focus right on the end of my fingernail. And this is Warrior One, developing your strength and courage. Now lower your arms, turn so that you're directly over that front foot. You have got a bend in that knee. And we're going to go up into Warrior Two. So first of all, try just taking your arms horizontal. See how that is on your lower back. If that's fine, you can try taking your arms up. If that pinches, take them back down. When your arms are up, you can look forward or you can look up. Looking up may pinch in your lower back. Just modify it so that it's right for you. If you want it stronger, take your foot slightly further forward and bend that knee a bit more. But feel like the energy from your solar plexus is going up through your heart, through your hands, invoking that warrior spirit within you, that peaceful warrior. And then lower your arms, push up with your thigh, and then once the weight is off, turn your foot and bring them together. And we'll do those two on the other side. So start with your feet, good 2 hip widths, turn your left foot to 90 degrees, your right foot to 45. Bend your left knee. Lift through your ribs, shoulders are relaxed, looking at your left middle finger right to the tip of the fingernail. Okay, feeling really stable, really grounded through your feet, but strong. Lovely. Drop your arms, swivel your hips round so you're directly over that front leg. Make sure it's got a bend. Take your arms to the side, horizontal, see how that is. If you want to take them up, you can. If you want to look forward, you can. If you want to look up, you can. If you want to slide your foot slightly further forward for a stronger warrior, you can. And breathe. And now gently lower your arms. Push up with this thigh. Turn your foot and close. Excellent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put those 3 triangles together. Okay. So start with your feet quite wide. Go to the right, turn your left foot in and make your version of the Bhima. So either here or here. And then you're going to drop your arm and swivel up into Warrior Two. And then you're going to drop your arms, twist your hips to the front and go into Warrior One, but still focusing on your right middle finger. And then drop your arms, push up with this thigh, turn your foot and close. So we've just run the 3 together, which has a powerful synergy. Okay. Do the same on the other side. So this time it's left foot to 90 degrees, right foot to 45. Bend that left knee. Go into your best version of the Bhima. So either hand on your hip, hand over, and you're going toward the left. Pull your lower stomach muscles in if your back needs that extra support. Then you're going to drop your arm and swivel round up into your version of Warrior Two. And then you're going to turn your hips a bit more to the front, drop your arms and focus on your left middle fingernail into Warrior One. Excellent. Drop your arms, push up with this thigh, turn your foot and close. Lovely. Okay, I think we're going to do the tree just to ground our energy and bring it down. And then I want to do the salutation to 4 directions. So have a think about, in the room that you're in, which way would be north. So for me, it's this way. Okay, so just have a think about that because we start facing the north. So let's do the tree. Start with just your heel resting against your opposite ankle. Nice and upright, shoulders relaxed. And then follow me. You're going to breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in as your hands turn. Breathe out as they come forward. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take your foot down. And then you just bring your foot up the other side. Get your legs balanced before you do your arms. So breathing in. You can do it in your own timing if mine doesn't work. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now, if you want to keep your foot down, you can. If you want to bring it up, you can. Don't push on your knee. And you'll need to pull your lower stomach muscles in, and you'll need to look up at a point on the floor that's not moving so that you can keep your balance. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And then get your legs well and truly balanced before you begin your arms. And again, do it in your own timing if you need to. And then we'll do one more. So either down here or up here. Lovely. Namaste. Have a drink. So we're going to do the salutation to the 4 directions, which is a powerful combination of yoga postures, visualizations, and intentions, affirmations, and that brings the mind and body together in quite a powerful way. So you want to start by facing toward the north. So for me, that's this way. So I'm going to teach you the same movement, north, east, south, and west. We do the same movement each time. So facing to the north to begin with, start with your hands in a praying hands position. You're going to step out with your right foot and land, I'll just move over. Step out with your right foot and land on your heel with your feet apart. You gather up the energy from the earth, bring it up to your heart. You open up to the heavens, you imagine the colour yellow, and you're drawing down the quality of acceptance, bring it into your heart. You go to the left and you draw a beautiful circle of yellow, drawing in that quality of accepting things as they are. Then to the right, we're going to draw a beautiful circle of yellow. Again, draw it in, accepting things as they are. And then you're going to make a quarter turn, which should be towards your east. And we're going to do the same movement again. So we always step out with the right, the masculine, land on your heel. Gather up the energy from the earth, bring it up to your heart. Open up to the heavens. This time the colour is blue. Draw down the quality of strength and courage. Out to the left, we draw a beautiful circle of blue light, drawing in that quality of strength and courage. We go out to the right. Again, it's blue. Strength and courage to be your authentic self. And then make a quarter turn. And this time you should be to the south. And again, step out with the right, land on your heel. Gather up the energy from the earth, bring it up to your heart. Open up to the heavens. The color is an emerald green, rainforest green. Draw down the quality of generosity. Out to the left, it's a beautiful circle of green light. Drawing in that quality of generosity. And then again, out to the right. Generosity both for yourself and for others. And we let it settle. And then finally, you're going to turn to the west. Now I'm going to turn and face you, because it doesn't seem right to turn my back to you, but you'll be facing the west. And again, we step out, landing on the right, gather up the energy from the earth, bring it up to your heart. Open up to the heavens. The color is a deep red, and it's unconditional love. Bring it down into your heart. Out to the left, a beautiful circle of red, drawing in that love that's there no matter what. Out to the right, again, it's unconditional love. Draw it in. And then turn to face me. Bring your feet together. And you're just going to imagine your aura like a bubble all the way around you. And I want you to turn your aura to yellow. And as your hands come down, imagine your whole being is surrounded by the quality of acceptance. Then turn the whole aura to blue, strength and courage, to green, generosity, and to red, unconditional love. And when we do the salutation to the four directions, we now go forward into our day with all of those qualities in our aura. Namaste. So anybody who comes in contact with us will feel those qualities. So it's a really good way to start your day. Right, we're going to have a relaxation now. So you want to get yourself warm and comfortable. You can do the relaxation in the Krasana, the crocodile, if you want to. Just remind you. One hand on top of the other, forehead on your hands, feet apart, heels in, toes out. Or you can lie in Savasana, lying on your back. And the most important thing about Savasana is that there's no arch here in your lower back. You lift up, make sure your lower back is flat. You have your feet apart, turned outward, and your arms just gently spaced under your armpits. So find whatever position is comfortable for you. And just have a wriggle. You want to be warm. Get yourself comfortable. Now begin by giving yourself permission. The next 20 minutes or so is your time. It's your time to release anything that still needs to go, to recharge your energy and to heal. So we're going to start with some deep yogic breathing. So if you're lying in Makrasana, it's the only way you can breathe. If you're lying on your back, just place your hands gently on your tummy. And then you're going to breathe in, down through that channel we opened earlier. Breathe into your hands. As you breathe out, your hands slowly come back towards your body. You breathe into your hands, tummy fills with air. As you breathe out, your hands come back towards your body, releasing the air. And you just find your own rhythm. So it feels easy, very very natural, but it's deep and slow. And you will feel your body just beginning to relax. Stimulates your vagus nerve, which is the nerve pathways that help your body to relax, to heal, and to grow. You feel your body sinking into the floor. So that especially with the out-breath, there's a feeling of surrender, a feeling of letting go. So we let go any tension that's still in our body. We let go any fatigue. And we let go any heaviness. Now just to bring your mind and body back into tune with each other, I want you to just follow the breath with your mind. So just watch the flow of your breath. You can focus on the whole pathway of the breath down into your belly, or you can simply focus on the breath coming into and out of your nostrils. When your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to the breath. And we come back with an attitude of loving kindness. Till you feel that sense of peace building inside, that calm, clear strength. You feel connected to your essence, your light. And now we're going to work with the mind-body connection. So we're going to work with our power to imagine and visualize. That we know, because energy follows thought, we know it has an effect on our body, a very positive biochemical, physiological effect when we imagine. Now, if you're not very visual, try and feel what I'm talking about in your body. So I want you to take your awareness now down into the pit of your tummy, around your belly button. You can place your hands there if it helps. And I want you to breathe into the center, the area of the Swadhisthana chakra. Sometimes this part of our body in yoga is called the hara. And this is the center of your balance for your physical body, and the center of intelligence for your intuitive physical body. So just breathe into this place, bringing in a warmth, as if you're lighting a flame or a fire deep in your belly, a healing fire. But this is the fire of your creative energy in your body, of your gut feeling, your intelligence that's intuitive, when your body knows when something's right for you and when something's wrong for you. You just feel it in your gut, even if you can't explain it with your mind. So we want to keep this fire nice and bright. So we listen to our gut. So feel a warmth developing and an opening in this part of your body. And now bring your awareness, and you can bring your hands if you want to, up to the center of your chest. We're going to breathe into our heart center. So this is the center of your emotional intelligence. And we know now that the heart is very much like a brain, an emotional brain in the body. It can remember, it can learn. It has neural tissue, just like the brain. Your heart chakra is where you get the intuitive messages from your heart. Again, telling you what's right for you and what's wrong for you. And we all will have had experiences where we haven't listened to that, we've regretted it. So let's imagine a beautiful warmth developing in the center of our chest as this heart center opens. And it can help to imagine a beautiful flower bud opening into full bloom. Or sometimes you can imagine a sunrise, gradually the sun coming up in the center of your chest. So there's a warmth. And we open this heart center. And now I want you to imagine that there's a channel right through the center of you, connecting your body center and your heart center. And as you breathe, this channel is opening. So these two parts, these two intelligences are connected and talking to each other, working together. And now I want you to bring your awareness up into the center of your head. And I want you to imagine that there's a cave there, and you're sitting at the back of the cave and you can see the sun streaming in at the front of the cave, but the cave is nice and clear. And this is the center of our mind intelligence. I want you to imagine that mind filling with light that's coming in from the entrance to the cave and filling the whole of your mind center with light. And this is the light of insight and understanding. So our mind has a logical, rational function, an objective function, but our mind also has a higher function that comes from the intuition. And this is more like the light of insight or the light of illumination or understanding. So as that light floods the cave in your mind center, that's the light coming in. You're allowing that intuitive understanding to flow into your mind. And now I want you to imagine that it's a beautiful channel opening from your heart center to your mind center. And it's opening through the throat, right up into the center and the center of your head. And as you breathe gently, you're just opening that channel. So these two intelligences can work together. Because often they're in conflict with each other, but we're going to work together today. So now we have all three of these intelligences within us, all connected, all working in harmony. So as you breathe in, I want you to send the breath from your mind center down through your heart to your body center. As you breathe out, the breath returns from the body center through the heart center up to the mind center. And just find your own natural rhythm, just clearing these channels between these three intelligences within you. So we have a beautiful, wide open, clear channel. And our strength is coming from all three of these aspects of ourselves. Just relax your concentration on the breath. And just allow yourself to drop into the peace that's found when these three channels are connected. There'll be a deep peace inside of you. You might find your attention, your awareness is focused on one of the three channels, or it might be more just focused generally inward. And into that peace, I'm going to ask you to ask a question of your intuitive intelligence. Remember, this is an intelligence beyond what your mind can work out. It's more insight and realizations and understandings. So it might not be in the language of thought, it might be symbolic or visual or a song, a poem. It can come in all ways. So into that nice deep space, I want you to ask the question, what do I need right here, right now? So I'll repeat the question. What do I need right here, right now? And just allow whatever arises to arise without any censorship. And it will be in the language of your intuition. If something evokes an emotional response, that's a truth. Now, sometimes it's difficult to interpret the language of intuition because it tends to be symbolic, but it will be symbols that mean something to you. I've often had the words of a song playing and suddenly realized it's the perfect answer to what I was looking for. Or a memory keeps popping up, or there's some trigger. Now, sometimes it comes straight away, and sometimes it comes later in the day or in dreams overnight, but it always comes. Just spend a few more moments, and you can ask that question again, or if you have another question you would like to ask of your higher self, of universal wisdom, you can ask that into this space. Now gently let your mind relax. And if the answers haven't come so far, trust that they will later. And just start coming back into an awareness of your body lying on the floor in your room. Take a nice deep breath in and just start to move fingers, toes, wrists and ankles. Just starting to wake yourself up. Maybe stretching your arms overhead to get the energy flowing through your spine. And if your lower back's a little stiff, just bend your knees and gently rock them from side to side. Just taking your time to come back into your body. And then when you're ready, just rolling over onto your right hand side, just resting there for a moment, supporting your head. And just giving your blood pressure a chance to adapt before we come up to sitting. So take your time and just coming up gently. The relaxation will have taken the yoga we've done today deeper. But your body needs a chance to adjust all those energies. So just coming up to sitting and give your hands a good rub. We're going to build up some heat and some energy just to relax our eyes. So build it up and then let that heat, that warmth flow into your eyes. Let your eyes open into the dark. And slowly let the light in. Giving your eyes, your head, your face a bit of a massage. Giving your ears a bit of a massage, all those acupuncture points on your ears. And then this will stimulate and wake you up. Okay, just gently tapping on your head around the back of your neck. Take a nice deep breath in. And another one. Namaste. Now take it quietly for a little while after the class if you can. You want to drink at least another litre of water, small amounts often, just to get that hydration into your spine.